One thing that was super confusing to me over the past year, both when I was choosing the specialty I wanted to declare and when I was applying through ERAS, was the difference between categorical and advanced programs. So I'm making this video podcast so that you don't feel as clueless as I did. So note that this info that I'm getting is mostly coming from my own experience and Google. So, talk to your residents, faculty that you're with to get more specialty specific advice. All right, so first we need to talk about your first year of residency. Your first year of residency, aka your PGY1 year, aka postgraduate year 1, is also called your internship. So when I'm starting residency during my first year, I'm probably going to introduce myself to everyone in the hospital as the intern, Dr. Weigert. That way, all the hospital staff know that I'm fresh out of med school and have absolutely no clue what I'm doing, and they should hold my hand as much as possible. So I'm still a fourth year med student, so I don't know from my own experience, but I've gotten the impression that regardless of what specialty you choose, be that, OB-GYN, internal surgery, ophtho, whatever, your first year of residency is going to look pretty similar. So, you're going to have to learn how to be in the hospital, admit and discharge patients, write notes, put in orders, work on a team. Um, so I'm doing anesthesiology, but I know that next year, during my first year of residency, my internship, I'm probably not going to spend as much time as I would like in the OR. I'll probably be on the computer like this guy and on the phone a lot and drinking lots of coffee, and it's going to be great. So I want to make it clear to you that your first year of residency, your intern year, is kind of this unique thing on its own. It's separate from the rest of your residency. It's so separate, in fact, that some residency programs just have you do your intern year somewhere else and then come back to them once you've finished your intern year. And this is where we get into the categorical versus advanced programs. So when you're applying for residency, some programs include the intern year at their institution, and these are your categorical programs. So you apply to categorical programs, you interview at them, you'll submit your rank list, and then when you open your letter on match day, it says something like, "Congrats, you're moving to blank for however many years." And you'll do your intern year and the rest of your residency at that one program in that one place. And the nice thing about this is that you don't have to move twice, and you're already familiar with the hospital, the EMR, and some of the staff. And the other option is to do your intern year in one program and do the rest of your residency years somewhere else. And this is your advanced option. So when you apply for residency, with the advanced option, you'll have to apply to a bunch of places for your intern year, in addition to applying to a bunch of places to a bunch of the advanced programs. And you'll do interviews at both. And this all happens within the same interview season. And so when you open your letter on match day, it'll say something like, "Congrats, you're going to blank for your internship, and then you're going to blank for the rest of your residency." I actually have no clue what a match letter looks like, but that's the gist of it. So it's kind of like your advanced program will save a spot for you while you do your intern year. And note that you can apply to a mix of both your categorical and the advanced program, so you don't have to choose one or the other. There are a few options for your intern year. The main ones are a transitional year, a preliminary year in internal medicine, or a preliminary year in surgery. And there are some less common ones, like I think you can do a prelim year in pediatrics and even one in OB-GYN. And I'm not sure what those look like, but they exist. And which one you do is going to depend on what's required of your specialty, or it's up to your own preferences. So I know for anesthesia, you can do any of those options. And I don't really feel super qualified enough to tell you about the differences between the options. Plus, there are like stereotypes about each one that I don't know if I should perpetuate, so I'll just kind of like leave that to you. But there's loads of forums online with people's opinions, but I really think the best thing is just, talk to as many people as possible. Talk to your residents, interns, and faculty and figure out the best option for you. Ask people where they did their internship and the pros and cons of, TY versus prelim and categorical. So personally, I applied for anesthesia. I applied to mostly categorical programs and some advanced programs, and I applied to some preliminary internal medicine programs for a possible intern year. So there are plenty of advantages to both options. So obviously, like I said before, for categorical, you just stay in one place the whole time and you don't have to move. But you'll find when you're applying that some programs offer only advanced positions. So for anesthesiology, Emory in Atlanta only has the advanced option. So they expect you, if you want to go there, you have to set up an internship somewhere else. Or some programs have like mostly advanced options and a few categorical positions. So kind of to illustrate that, so Mayo, their anesthesia department in Rochester only has 12, or it has 12 categorical positions and 6 advanced. But the nice thing is that it's only one interview. So I have one interview with them and it'll count for both categorical and advanced. And I indicated that when I applied to them through ERAS. Another reason people do advanced is internship is just a great opportunity to live somewhere cool for a year. So I met someone who did his prelim year in Portland and then his anesthesia years, I think in Johns Hopkins. I can't remember what it was. But that's just because they want the experience of living somewhere for a year before settling in another place for residency. Or, maybe there's like, oh, that's my list of cool places I would go. Or you just want to, spend a year near certain people. And then you may also apply for a prelim year or TY at your home school. Say if you're waiting for a significant other to graduate, or you have a research project that you started at your home school and you want to see it through, or you just, I don't know, you don't want to move yet. And, everyone has their own reasons for living in various places. And then just kind of as an FYI, since this has come up over interview season, and I was just wondering about it. So there's also these R spots, which are reserved for physician only. And those are for people who have completed or are in the process of completing their intern year, or maybe they're switching specialties. So like on the interview trail, I've met a few people who are switching to anesthesiology from other specialties, and they're hoping to jump into one of these R spots. And that way they start at PGY2 and don't have to bother with an intern year again. So you may be wondering what specialties are all categorical. That way you don't have to bother figuring all this out. But the categorical versus advanced thing should not matter to you when determining your specialty. You need to figure out, what do you want to do? What is going to make you happy? And then you're going to make it happen. Don't let the possibility of having to apply for a separate intern year deter you from what you want to do. Because applying for some prelim years and scheduling a few extra interviews really isn't that bad in the grand scheme of things. Like, I've had the opportunity to check out some really cool places that I'd totally be happy at for a year. To answer that top question, I'm not 100% sure. I know OB-GYN's pretty much all categorical. Path definitely is all categorical. I think psych is mostly categorical. Orthopedics, ENT, emergency, probably some other ones that I don't know. And then I found this list online of having a lot of advanced spots. I think ophthalmology is moving to all categorical. I think in 2020, I can't remember. So I just wanted to show you what this actually looks like when you're applying through ERAS. So this is my ERAS portal, and I'm doing anesthesiology. So I'm going to go here and click on anesthesiology, and then this pops up the list of all the programs. And under training type, that's where you see the different categorical and advanced options. So let's say I know I only want to apply categorical, so then I would only click the programs that have categorical options. And let's say that I want to do advanced, so I apply for some advanced programs, and then I know I'm going to need to also apply for some prelim years. And let's say that I know I want to do a preliminary year in surgery, so I'm going to go to general surgery, and then under here we have the different options, and I think you can filter it out to show just your prelim years. And let's say I want to do these prelim years, and then I put in what specialty I'd be going into this box, so that when I go apply and I interview, they know. But I don't want to do that, so I'm going to uncheck those. And like I said before, there's different options for your prelim year. So if you want to do it through internal medicine, you do the same thing through internal medicine. And then they also have the transitional year section. So hopefully that was helpful for you. Is something that definitely confused me when I was first looking into all this, but I just wanted to make a video to kind of help clarify that if it was confusing for you. So best of luck with your specialty decision and interviewing, and it's going to be great. Good luck.